Hi, I am here to compare and contrast two articles about bees. The two articles are Helping the Bee in Its Habitat Before the Food Chain Gets Stung, which is an article from newsela.com. The second article is How Many Flowers Can a Bee Pollinate from Wonderopolis.com. And this page also features a video produced by Whole Foods. I'm going to start with the comparison. So here you see an image from the article from Newsela and an image from the article from Wonderopolis. The first thing I notice is that both articles really emphasize that bees are important. Okay. The video also emphasizes this. So here you see two quotes. In one, it starts to talk about how the president is involved. And when the president of the United States cares, you know you're important. The video points out that bees are pollinators. They are the most important pollinators in our world. Both articles and the video also talk about food. So the American food chain is the focus in the Newsela article, talking about how bees are essential to our food production in the US and all over the world. And Wonderopolis also emphasizes this point. Both articles also discuss that bees are very hardworking. Wonderopolis gives us a statistic, 5,000 flowers in a single day. That's pretty impressive. A scientist calls bees unpaid and invisible workforce on the Newsela article. There are also some contrasts. The articles and the video have very different tones. Wonderopolis starts off with some questions. How many flowers can a bee pollinate? What is pollination? Do bees use pollen? These are pretty basic questions about bees. Whereas the Newsela article is more focused on what is happening to bees today. It is estimated that beekeepers lost 42% of their colonies between April 2014 and 15, 8% more than was lost in 2013. That's a pretty scary statistic. They want us to know that the bees are in trouble. The video strikes a balance between these two tones. We have a bee that is flying happily through the air, then they start talking about toxins and some of the challenges bees are facing. But the bee doesn't die. Instead, the bee moves out of the gray, black and white portion of the video back into the color when he finds a flower on a windowsill. Here we have some statistics versus some science. The Wonderopolis article is really interested in how bees work and how pollination works, things like that. The Newsela article is really interested in bees, how much money they are making us, essentially. Things like going back to a previous slide about what the percentage of loss American beekeepers are suffering. Then there's the plan. Both the video and the Newsela article talk about a plan to help bees, but they're on very different scales. In the Newsela article, we're talking about the government, 7 million acres, outlawing certain pesticides, big picture things. Whereas Wonderopolis, the Whole Foods video, takes a smaller scale view of what you can do as an individual. There are simple ways that we can help bees, planting flowers, growing gardens, supporting organic farmers. So obviously, they're geared towards a different audience. So that concludes my compare and contrast of the three sources about bees.